3. Alright, I got the pan on. I'll show you. I had to change the filter because it was clogged up because of that magnet was so corroded with all that stuff. It worried me, so I went ahead and changed the filter. Let's see. I got the pan up there. I siliconed both sides of the seal, and I think I tightened it a little too tight, but the silicone will get it. There is the filter right there. The reason I'm worried is because it's pitch black dark, so I changed it. I figured that probably could be the reason why I'm having problems with the transmission, because if you've seen in the first video, or I think it was the second, you've seen that magnet corroded with all that stuff on it. I'm gonna tell you that's gonna be in your filter too. The magnet's not gonna, I mean, the magnet can only do so much. You got to change that filter. Sometimes some people just drop in their fluid to reseal the seal. So if you want to do it the way I'm doing it, grab you a pan from Walmart, wide enough for your pan. Let me get out from under here. The tools it's going to use, I'm going to put in the description on the first video. You're going to need just a few tools just to do this. It depends on what you're doing. If you're just doing the seal or the pan. Let me get this up under here. See, this is the pan you will need. Right like that. You want to dump all your transmission and try not to lose any. Get a bucket like this bucket right here. I'm sorry I can't see what it's doing. Get you a shirt that can filter the fluid. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this top off and I'm gonna dump all that fluid in the bucket. And I'm gonna do that 2 or 3 times because there's dirt in there. So if you see, that's my transmission fluid. So I'm gonna try to pause this. If there's a part 4, you're gonna see a part 4. So we'll be right back as soon as I get this poured in the bucket. And I'll let y'all see what's in that shirt. Alright, I got it all dumped in the bucket and got it out of the pan. This is what's going on. What the heck? You know, this is kind of hard to do. Well, it's all in the pan anyway, or in the bucket. I filtered it out because I did find some trash in the pan, and I don't like that. There's dirt all in that pan. So what I'm fixing to do, I'm gonna redump it in the pan and do it again, probably twice, and that's about it. So I'm gonna do this again, and I'm gonna pause it, and then I'm gonna click back. Alright, I got it filtered 2 times. That's as much as I'm gonna do because this shirt's probably gonna not hold up to it. There is a little bit of trash in there, if you can see. What I suggest is just get a bucket and put a shirt over it, and you'll be alright. It'll filter it itself because it's going to hold that dirt. Cotton shirt or something like that, any shirt that it can go through, it filters it is what it does. And it might not catch everything, but you got your transmission fluid and you're getting as much particles and dirt and stuff out of it as you can. So all you got to do is pull the shirt off it, find you a big container, pour it in the container, and pour it back in your truck, and you're done. The tools it's going to require, like I said a while ago, I'm going to put it in the description on the first video. So if y'all go through these videos, look in the description, I will tell you what size wrenches, sockets you will need. This is for a Dodge. Mine's a 2000 Dodge Ram 1500 5.2 liter. Now sockets could differ, and the star head socket could differ too. So just have tools on hand just in case, because it's like I said, some tools, some vehicles are different, and they're not all the same. So I'm gonna fill this thing back up with transmission fluid, see if it'll shift since I changed the filter and put a new seal in. I got some cleaner to clean the transmission off real good, and with a power washer we got over here, I'm gonna clean it up real good and see if it leaks anymore. I'll see where it's at. I suggest, if you want to know if your transmission is leaking before you even work on it, if you got a really bad leak, I wouldn't suggest trying to power wash it. It could get in the pan if you got a real bad leak. If you got a leak, make sure when you get up under your vehicle, make sure you ain't got no cracks or any holes anywhere, or little hole, just a tiny bit of hole or whatever. Just make sure your pan is okay before you wash it. Get you some engine degreaser, clean off the pan, the whole transmission if you can. It's not necessary to clean the whole transmission. Just clean off where you can see where it's gonna, drip. If you're driving, clean it off. And if you're not sure it's leaking, just clean it all off. Drive your truck for about probably 2 to 3 weeks. It depends on how bad it's leaking. Get up under your truck, look at your pan. If it's dripping off your pan, that's where it is. If it's on the back, on your tail, you got some problems. You're gonna have to drop the transmission and take the tail off and replace your seal. Because if you pull the tail back, there's a little lever in there that's gonna pull out, and it's not easy to get back in unless you're professional. It's not gonna go back in. I suggest just clean it up with some cleaner after you're done. Make sure you did make sure you did your job. Getting a silicone and stuff on there good enough. Some auto parts stores will tell you not to use silicone, but I recommend it, because some people will tell you that, and when you get it up under there and you tighten it, if you're a professional mechanic, you know what you're doing. I'm better safe than sorry. Some people just put the seal on there, tighten it up, and it don't leak. Since this is an old truck, and the transmission and the pan's got a little damage on it, I silicone it. So if your pan's got damage, kind of dent somewhere where the seal goes, silicone the heck out of it. Just don't make sure it don't go into the pan. Just rub it on there with your finger, and make sure you get all the surface as you can around where the bolt goes, and you'll be fine. Once you put the pan on, bolt it up. Don't over tighten. Just tighten as don't put your whole strength against it. If you have a book, it will tell you how tight to tighten your transmission bolts. If you get up under there, just watch when you tighten it. You got to crisscross. You can't just tighten one side and go to another. Crisscross. And it's, front, back, side to side, Anyway, if when you go to tighten it, watch your seal. If you're still, you're getting real tight and your seal starts coming out, stop. Don't over tighten, because you'll bust that seal. The silicone will do the work, but you'll tear your seal up. Mine came out just a tad, but I got the silicone on it, so it'll be okay. I'm gonna let it sit here and dry for a minute. That way, when I drop the transmission fluid in, it'll be okay. And I gotta find me a container, because I threw mine away. I've done this about 4 or 5 times, because when the reverse went out, I was trying to tighten the band, and I didn't want to change the fluid. And finally, I figured out, the reverse is gone. So I took the transmission down, replaced the reverse. This will be the second time I had to drop this fluid since I did that, because I screwed up and didn't do something right, and I had to drop it, and I did this. I didn't replace nothing. I didn't replace no fluid, no filter, no nothing. I just dropped the fluid, fixed what I messed up. Now here's the bad thing. I messed up the seal, and I didn't know it until about probably a month later, because I was over at somebody's house. We're working on a yard, and it was sitting on their driveway, and I seen drips up underneath my truck. I never see drips, ever. But when you look up under my truck, it's going to be my air conditioner dripping. That's it. Well, now it's going to be that way, but I can't stand drips. Sorry. Anyway, y'all take it easy, and I hope this helped y'all out. There's better people on here at this than I am, but that's the trick of this. If you got your used transmission fluid, save it. And port in your vehicle. If you see the bottles up there at AutoZone or O'Reilly's or Walmart, try to keep a bottle like that around, and just pour your transmission fluid in there. Get a funnel and put it in that bottle. Just keep the bottle. Pour your transmission fluid in there when you think you need it. Pour it in your gas tank. You'll be fine. Don't pour it in anything else. You can use your power steering fluid inside your or not power steering fluid, your transmission fluid, you can use it in your power steering. Just make sure you filter all that stuff. It'll be fine in the your power steering pump. Just don't put it in your brake fluid or anything. Just put it in your power steering pump. I mean, you can recycle this stuff. The truck, your vehicles will burn it. That's what Marlboro Mystery Oil is. It's like transmission fluid. This is a mechanic's know-how. You know how to recycle. Now, if you got a diesel and you're dropping oil, pour it in the tank. That diesel will burn the crap out of it. It'll help lubricate your injectors, your pump. What is that called on that diesel? It'll just your injector pump on a Dodge, Cummins, any kind of vehicle, not Dodge, Ford, Dodge, Chevy, don't matter. The newer models I don't know about. You can try, but I'm warning you, it might hurt it. I don't know because they changed it up so much. So anyway, y'all take it easy, and I'm gone.